So how many of y'all had this album? It's The Heat Is On by the Isley Brothers. It's got Fight the Power, For the Love of You, Hope You Feel Better Love. Incredible guitar solo in that song. Well, if you didn't have this, you might have had one of their many other hit albums over the span of their 60-year career. The beauty about doing a Zoom call is you can talk to people from all over the country. I'm a huge Isley fan, so this week I got to spend a little time with one of the architects of this legendary R&B group. Take a look. The Isley Brothers, 6 decades of incredible music. From Twist and Shout to Between the Sheets, Fight the Power, Who's That Lady, and the classic ballad For the Love of You. In 2020, For the Love of You sounds a bit different. It's been reimagined by the man who wrote the song, Chris Jasper, keyboard player, songwriter, and arranger for the Isley Brothers during a major hit-making heyday from 1973 to 1983.
For the love of you.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Chris Jasper joined me, a self-proclaimed Isley Brothers fanboy, via Zoom this week. How did it come to be that you joined the Isley Brothers back in the 70s?
Well, the two families lived about 2 doors from each other in Cincinnati, Ohio. I knew the Isleys ever since I was, a kid, and I kind of grew up with Ernie and Marvin.
Jasper, along with Ernie and Marvin Isley, formed their own group called the Jasmine Trio.
The older brothers, they were already at Motown, and they saw us playing. They came to our gigs, and they said, "Hey, man, you guys are really, really good." He said, you should start playing with us.
So the younger group joined up with the older group and formed the Isley Brothers we all know and love.
That's it.
There you are.
Yep. I had the big afro. I was going after Sly back then, because
right.
He was a big influence on me too, and I said, well, he's got this, big afro. I said,
Jasper, who had attended Juilliard and later studied under jazz pianist and composer Dr. Billy Taylor, is credited with forming the foundation for the now classic Isley Brothers sound.
I was really, really involved. I was involved in the mixing, the mastering, all the way down to the end. And if you listen to just that period of time, you're going to hear everything.
Right.
You're going to hear rock influences. You're going to hear classical influences. You're going to hear, because a lot of my sound, the sound that I created was from combining classical with a little bit of jazz, and using elements in my chord structures.
After leaving the Isley Brothers in the 80s, Chris took Ernie and Marvin with him. This time they weren't the Jasmine Trio, they were called Isley, Jasper, Isley, and scored big hits like Insatiable Woman and Caravan of Love.
Every woman, every man, join the caravan of love.
Now Jasper is up to his 16th solo album, a brand new collection of songs by artists who inspired him, as well as a couple of Isley tunes like I Once Had Your Love and I Can't Let Go. And of course, For the Love of You.
I wanna be living, oh yeah, for the love of you.
The original For the Love of You appeared on the album The Heat Is On in 1975.
Lyrically, I was just writing, I wanted just to write a really good love song. That's what I was thinking. What's the most important thing in a person's life, and, living for the love of you, is kind of keen, that made sense to me, When I look back though, I said, I was awfully young to be writing, heavy stuff like that.
As for why today's music is just not the same as it was when the Isleys ruled the charts, Jasper says the key is in the musicians making it.
And that's what's missing today, is musicians that can direct their sound. What do you do with Hello, It's Me, to make it different, you know what I mean? And a musician and a composer and arranger can do that. If you're just a singer, sometimes that part is left to someone else. You know what I mean? But if you can do it yourself, I think that's the difference in music then and now.
You can check out Chris Jasper's new music on streaming services or on his website, chrisjasper.com.